Well, I'm sure nuking it from orbit is another option as well. I always pick the worst times to stretch. Anyways, hello
Like
and
you
welcome.
don't know how long.
Yeah, I know exactly when it's going to happen, but it's just like holidays. I don't realize they're coming up until they're like day of. Uh, even though they happen the same time every year. But anyways, hello and welcome to the Part-Time Gamers, the gaming podcast for people with full-time lives. I'm Cyranex, clocking in with my good friend 9 of 12.
Well, hello there.
Hello. And as we normally say, if you don't start your live stream with a bunch of tech support, is it really a live stream? So that is why we are starting our live stream a little bit late, but all good.
This one was my fault. New equipment.
Yeah, just
It wasn't like Discord or somebody going, "You got an update where we weren't going to tell you about." It was me.
yeah. I mean, granted, a couple weeks ago with Halloween, we started like 45 minutes late because I was having tech issues with my headset, and so yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But it's officially a live stream now because of this. But yeah, so I've been slowly catching up on your cooking streams. I watched up on the I still have to get to the bacon one. I did watch the potato one. I'm on the soup one. Like actually to the point where like I showed up at the live stream. It's like the point where I'm at in the VOD. It's actually I think you're killing it with those. I mean, even with just the setup that you have right now, everything actually looks pretty good. You're doing good at it.
I feel so awkward. I always get done and I'm like, how have I been doing this for like 10, 12 years, however the hell long it's been now, and I'm still so awkward because I feel like I go like.
Yeah, that's the definition of my life is awkward. So I mean,
I think it's that I'm so used to like you and Theo and Jen and Ray and Linda. Like I've always had co-hosts, and when you're sitting there talking to yourself,
oh yeah,
and maybe somebody will come and chat and you get a little interaction, but like it feels really awkward to be talking to yourself.
oh trust me, that's one of the biggest hindrances I have for streaming in general is most of the time I'm by myself. And one thing that I actually want to ask Bobby and Maura if there's any like valid science to it, but something I've been looking up and seeing a couple times regarding ADHD is a technique called body doubling. Where it's basically like you actually have someone who's not necessarily doing the task with you, but is just there to kind of keep you on track. I mean, and that's the thing is like a lot of times when I'm streaming, I don't have that. Like even in chat, so it's like.
But at least you have your gaming, so you have something to talk about. But you have to remember to talk as if someone's there.
Yeah, I mean that's the big thing is like even when
I think I do get a little with the cooking stuff. At least I have a task.
Yeah,
and I have notes of like things I want to make sure to mention. I can look over at, but I have something I'm instructing on.
Yeah,
and that does help. And I look forward to hearing when you listen to the one I did today, because like I started the bacon last week, but it takes a week to cure. I smoked it today, and I did one where I kind of revealed the bacon and trimmed it up. But also I used a lav mic that I had when I came in second place on ANTP.
Yeah.
I got an Amazon gift card and I bought a lav mic.
Nice.
And I haven't used it other than the time I tested it. I took it to Vegas to help with Cover Master, but then they didn't need it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. My phone's going, add effects using hand gestures because I'm making gestures. No.
That's an appropriate one.
So I was like, well, I got there and like Katie Data had brought like so many lav mics, they didn't need to
Yeah.
use it. So I've never used the thing.
Yeah.
And it occurred to me when my friend sent me this mic that I couldn't use for that stream. I was like, I have. He's like, oh, let me see if they have a lav. I'm like, wait, I have a lav.
Yeah.
So I plugged it in today, and that was really freeing because I could walk out to the kitchen, like grab something, bring it back, but still be talking. And
Yeah.
Weremole showed up in the stream, and he told me it sounded great,
Okay.
but
Yeah. Cool.
we'll see. I haven't
Yeah.
listened back yet, but let me
Yeah.
know what you think. So until my phone dies, because the dongle for the lav is Lightning,
Okay. Yeah.
and they don't make them anymore that way.
Yeah.
I'm using my phone to run the mic. I don't know. All that tech work today. I get here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least we got something working, which is good. But just backups on
Yeah,
backups. But
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
If I get this new setup working, my old mic will be a backup.
nice. I actually have. Oh, I think the first. Where is it? I just recently cleared out a bunch of drawers that had like the miscellaneous box of cables that every tech person has. Oh,
Yep.
I found this is actually the first mic that I used. I think it's a condenser mic. It's this little Samson Micro.
No need.
Oh, little condenser mic that you can. It's meant to be like attached to the top of a monitor and used for like Zoom calls and stuff like that. And this was the mic that I used for years when I first started podcasting, until I was able to get a Blue Yeti mic. Um,
Blue Yeti was my first one,
yeah,
and I loved it. It was really good. It was solid for a long time. I still have it just for nostalgia.
yeah,
I mean, because it is. It's like I got an award, right? I got a
yeah.
major award, but that one died during a podcaster,
Mm.
and so that's when I bought the AT 2020. And now, if every, I might go back to it, but if everything works out, it'll become a backup,
Yeah.
which will be nice because I have another competition coming up in January.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Oh yeah, in cooking and trivia because I cook and I know things. I got invited a bunch of food and drink streamers. Chef John Lung is hosting this thing. It's a bracketed tournament, and I'll be
Hmm.
going like head to head with another chef where we're given an assignment ahead of time, like a theme to cook in, and then it's like a 90 minutes we have to cook the dish while answering trivia.
Yeah.
And like if you miss a question, there are consequences. Like for the next however many minutes, you can only use tongs and
Well,
stuff.
it almost sounds like Cutthroat Kitchen, but with trivia.
A little bit, yeah. Like it's a taskmaster cutthroat thing happening. So I'm excited about that. Like
Yeah, that sounds
it'll
like
be
fun.
great practice. It'll be great exposure. I don't have to win, but there's potential.
Yeah, you don't have to
The
win,
potential for
but you
growth.
should.
I mean, I'm going against people who are, actually chefs. That makes me a little nervous.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm pretty good with stuff I do and know. So,
Yeah. I mean, definitely. Oh, I mean, yeah.
so keep your eyes out, everybody. Follow me on Twitch, 9
Yeah.
of 12, and in January you get to watch me make a fool of myself.
I'll, I severely doubt you'll do worse than I did in ANTP. So, uh, you're
Well, I'm
good. You're
not
doing
named
well.
Shawn is my first advantage.
St- Still, even that was what, like 3 years ago now, something like that. It's still like one of the most hilarious moments I like part of my history now is the great deshauning of that season. Oh,
Right?
it's like, what are the odds of that happening?
I know. It's like really weird for a coincidence, right? Like,
Yeah,
but it was. They're all honest and trustworthy.
Yeah.
And if it was to simplify the show, they would have only had to eliminate 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was funny though. All right. But yep, let's go ahead and get into our game for this week. Get back to work, or just get to work, because this is basically the beginning of the show and we haven't done any work yet. So it's getting to work, not getting back to work. Anyways,
We did plenty of work before.
Morning break is over. Morning break is over.
that is not inaccurate. All right. So this month, this is the month of American Thanksgiving. And one of the things that is kind of synonymous with Thanksgiving is cooking, is food. So this month we are going to be talking about, for simplification, we're just calling them cooking games, but some of them are a little bit more than that. So it's like cooking and just serving food in general. And the game that we're going to be talking about today is kind of one of those examples, because it's more about the actual serving of the food rather than cooking it. But it is involved. Today we're going to be talking about the game PlateUp, developed by It's Happening. Love that name.
It's happening.
Exactly.
Oh
It's
man,
like,
I don't have my stream deck. I have that. Stream deck.
if I had actually planned ahead, I might have actually gotten that clip, but I don't plan ahead very much anymore. But yeah, developed by It's Happening, published by Yogscast Games and Gamer Sky Games. I did also see a couple more publishers, I think, for console versions and such, but these were the ones that were on
there was
Steam.
quite a list.
Yeah.
I didn't know Yogscast Games was a thing. Somehow.
I didn't know either.
Like, I know about Yogscast.
Yeah.
I follow them on Twitch, and I used to watch their programs regularly, but they're boring now. And oh wait, was that out loud? But I didn't know they actually published games.
Yeah.
Somehow I missed that.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like Cartoon Network published some games and stuff like that. Or I think Adult Swim was its own separate publishing thing.
Wasn't Terpster part of Yogscast?
I don't know. I've heard of them. I've never heard anything from them.
Oh, okay. I think that's how I got into it.
Yeah.
And I de-Terpstered because he was bad.
Yeah.
He did a bad thing.
Yeah. But yeah, it's currently $19.99. You can find it for Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, and Windows via Steam. Unfortunately, there's not a Mac version of it, but you can find it on all those consoles as well. It's a little bit older game, so you can find it on last gen, so Xbox One, PlayStation 4, that kind of stuff. So
I found, because I looked, because you had the pricing, and I went to check because sometimes sales happen in between notes and show, and I found there's not a sale on this game, but they're bundling it with a couple of other games, and the bundles are on sale.
Yeah.
So there's a bundle with PlateUp and Restaurants.
Yep.
Whatever that is. That's bundled for $31.42, and bundle with PlateUp and Fish Stick Protocol. And that bundle is $24.28 right now.
That sounds like
They're
something
just like 10% discounts.
Yeah. Fish Stick Protocol sounds like something that like I would come up for like some military operation. It's like, we're going to implement the Fish Stick Protocol.
You enunciate that so well. Is that you trying to avoid the fish sticks joke?
Is there a joke?
Well, yeah, because fish sticks.
Oh, now I hear it.
Sticks.
Yeah, now I hear it. I didn't
man,
purposely do it, but
my brain. It's on my brain. My son always wants duck for his birthday. I made him a duck today, and whenever I'd post about it, it would try to autocorrect a dick, and so I was like being very careful not to tell everyone that my son always wants dick for his birthday.
Oh man! So before we're already tangenting, but whatever. Yesterday, Carter Johnson was playing Peak on her stream, and there was a couple instances where she was eating Almond Joys at the same time, and she said something like, "Oh, I immediately took it out of context because it's hilarious that way." She said something, and then said two things. on the stream that I specifically picked out of context and repeated them back to her, which was, today we learned that Carter likes a good nut and to be consumed by friends. So, and I thought that was funny, and I blame the fact that I've a lot of training because of making titles on TMS, and Scott does stuff like that a lot. But I actually entirely forgot where I was going with that. But anyway, or how we even got there. But yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, back to the game at least. So I think the easiest way to, like, even the way that they describe the game on their own page and everything is, if anyone's ever played the game Overcooked, which is fantastic, hilarious multiplayer co-op game, where you're just trying to, going through these different levels, just trying to serve food, prepare it, serve the food and everything in time. This is kind of a roguelite version of that. So it's got very similar gameplay where you're trying to prepare the food and serve it to your customers and such, but it integrates these roguelite elements to it. So you 4 players work together, top-down kitchen environment. You prepare, cook, and serve meals to customers, similar to games like Overcooked, as I mentioned. But yeah, it has this roguelite progression. So each game session or run is a roguelite experience. You start fresh and progress through up to 15 days, or you can do more if you go into I believe there's an overtime mode that you can go in that allows it to go further. But and basically your run ends if you fail to serve a customer. So, and for whatever reason, there's multiple reasons why you might not be able to serve the customer, and they all count. So, like, if the customer has to wait, like if you're out of available tables, there's a little timer that shows up on the front door. That's an indicator for how long the customer is willing to wait outside before they just leave and it ends your run. So you got to make sure that you have good upkeep on your tables and, getting people out of the door, just like basically in real life. So you can keep the customers coming in happy. And then you have to, like, just being able to cook the food fast enough, serve them fast enough. Like one detail I found that I remember from the streams that I've watched of this, if there's more than one person at the table, just like in a real restaurant, make sure you get the whole table's food out the same time. Yeah, because they do have an initial kind of patience meter, but as soon as you give one person their food, the patience meter of the other person drastically speeds up, and they will get irritated much faster if they don't get their food at the same time. But as I'm showing on the screen right now, one of the cool things about this game is whenever you start your day, like between the days, you can actually completely rearrange your entire restaurant. So like you can the first day you can kind of optimize, like, okay, what you start off by picking the layout of the building and what dish is going to be kind of your starting dish. You do that before you get into the restaurant. Once you actually start in the restaurant, you can move your equipment around, move the counters around, so you can kind of optimize. Okay, we got to make sure we get this item into the stove, and then take it from the stove to the.
I really like that part of it. By the way, I think it's one of my favorite things compared to things like. I mean, I guess it's just a different way to do it because stuff like Overcooked, you're okay. This is the setup you get now, and you make it work. That you have to think about how your process is going to be, and you can add things like a conveyor, but like where you want the oven, where you need the counter for chopping, where the trash is, where the dishes are being done. The thought that goes into, I don't know. I nerd out about that kind of thing. I think about how I would set up my kitchen to be optimally efficient. The customers, can I talk about the customers and what slobs they are and how weird that is?
Oh yeah. Yeah, because
like there's just the added, your timing, your cooking, and when it's done, and you're not trying to burn anything, and making sure you have plates to use, and getting it to them in the right order and efficiently, like all your dishes, and they're just throwing shit on the floor.
Yeah, you got to make sure you clean up the floors and.
a little much. I mean, yeah, at the end of the night, you sweep them up. And if somebody drops something or breaks something, you got to clean it up. And I can see that being something thrown in
Yeah.
as an intermittent challenge in the restaurant. But these slobs that come into this restaurant are just, they just throw shit on the floor constantly.
Yeah.
I don't understand. It's a little.
Yeah. I mean, it's
I would not play this
definitely a thing.
alone.
Yeah.
I've seen it with two people, and you got to keep it simple. JF, DeBow, and Amy Frost played. And you got to keep it real simple to try and do all of this with only two.
Oh, yeah.
But people doing it with four, I'm just like, it not being crowded in some of the layouts is hard.
Yeah.
But I do like you can pick different floor plans, and then you can move your equipment around. I think that's an interesting aspect to the game.
Yeah, I definitely like that aspect of it. It gives it a much more strategic element to it. Trying to figure out is like, okay, what's going to be the process? What's the most efficient way to do this process? Who's going to be in charge of what? Because there's a lot of the elements can only be done by like one person at a time. So it's like
that's ideally the best way to set it up anyway. But
yeah,
you got to communicate. You have to communicate in this game.
Yeah,
with
definitely.
the people you're playing with. Because if you go off in different directions and don't know whose job is what, you're screwed, just like a real restaurant.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've worked at several restaurants, and yeah, it's triage most of the time. But yeah, I love that element of the being able to customize the layout of your kitchen and everything like that. But yeah, and then yeah, in between the different service days, you can get blueprints. You'll get just like random blueprints that allow you to, like, you can get the blueprints and you can add like another counter space, or you can add like I saw a sink it was a soak sink where you can just put the plate in there and it automatically starts washing it. It does it slowly, slower than you would be able to do it if you did it manually, but it does it automatically.
And audience stuff.
Yeah.
Like an audience stove, and it works faster than your own.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting element for streamers to be incentivized to play.
Yeah. Like one thing I just noticed with the video that I'm playing right now is it looks like they're doing this on Twitch because the customer that are coming in have actual like Twitch handles. So
cool. Yeah, I haven't seen.
Yeah, the ones that I showed before, like the ones I sent you guys for research, I didn't realize that was when it was still in early access.
Pre-release, yeah.
Yeah. So this is one of the later streams that this person has done. That is when I'm pretty sure this is when it was fully released. So it does look like it has some kind of Twitch integration as well.
Yeah, it was only a couple weeks ago I watched Amy and JF play it.
Yeah. But yeah, there's just, I love the gameplay of Overcooked in general. I think it's hilarious. And then to add the more strategic elements to it like this, I think I really sold this game short. I didn't realize like how much more depth it had. And I actually want to try this out at some point. But
oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, I mean, if it's anything like Overcooked with just the hilarity ensuing and just people trying to like, hey, I need this over here. It's like, but I dropped the toast on the floor. I need to clean that up first. Stuff like that. It's just hilarious. And then
I mean, I don't think it's quite as fun as what's the fishing one with the cooking in it. Was so entertaining.
Which one?
But one? I mean, then this is a different type of game.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember when we did fishing games a couple of months ago?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which one it was.
And there's one where they had the restaurant. So this doesn't have
Dave
all
the
that
Diver.
character.
Yeah. Yeah.
This doesn't have that kind of character development and that kind of thing. It's a very different, on its own cooking restaurateur game.
Yeah, it's definitely focused much more on the gameplay rather than like the characters, because the characters are pretty generic. They like, you can put costumes on them, but they're all just kind of generic, almost stick figure like people.
Yeah, and it
Oh,
strikes me as harder than Overcooked um, in some ways. Like
yeah,
Overcooked just gets progressively harder, yes,
yeah,
but it's just kind of a pat progression where this gives you more opportunity to customize and defeat it being harder with your own strategy.
yeah. I mean, and this one, I think the pacing is just intended to be different, because with Overcooked, it's, it progresses over multiple levels. Basically, you're just going through the level, trying to get as many stars as you can, and then once you get all the stars, you're kind of done with it. With this, every run is different. It's because of that roguelite elements to it. But because it tries to condense all of that gameplay into like 15 days, it does, just because of that, it has the habit of just ramping up quickly. Like the first couple of streams of this guy that I watched, they didn't even get to the 15th day. It took them, a couple times to get even to like the 7th day. Oh, just because that like first big jump where because one of the other aspects is, oh, when you get to a certain point, it will give you an option of like two different options of things that make the game more difficult. It can be more rewarding, but also can make the game more difficult. Like it'll add a second dish that you could have that the customers will ask for, or it'll make it so the customers won't wait for you to take their order. They'll just give you the order from their table,
Yeah,
and you don't get that extra time, because there is a
we
patience
served
timer
you.
for. Yeah,
Bring
there is.
them.
Yeah, it's like there is a patience timer for them to ask, or for you to take their order. Then there's a patience timer for actually getting their order to them. And it's like that one, it just takes out one of those timers. So everything is faster, which, if you're able to handle it, is very good, because then you're able to get more turnaround. But
But you can customize some of that too, right? You
uh,
can make it easier
I don't know. I'm not sure about like
or
the settings like that.
harder. I
Um,
think you can.
I mean,
Sorry.
I know that's part of like the roguelike elements. Oh, it gives you those options of how you want to modify the game, to make it harder, get more rewards, that kind of stuff. Um, but so I really like those. I like roguelites. I'm realizing, um, like I'm still pretty far into. I'm realizing how much I like Vampire Survivor likes, uh, which are kind of they're a type of roguelites. Like I still really like Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. Uh, so I'm realizing I'm kind of a sucker for this type of gameplay to begin with. Um, but putting it into this style of game, I think is just kind of hilarious, because you already have, the Overcooked formula is already pretty well established. It's already a
Mm-hmm.
pretty good formula. So adding these elements to it just adds to it, and I really need to get this. This game's going to go on my wish list. Um, it's definitely going to. It's If we ever get to the point where we're
There is a
doing game
free
nights
demo.
again. Oh, yeah, you are right. I think I did see that
You
on
can
Steam.
download a free demo. I was gonna do it today. The only reason I didn't is because I was doing all kinds of other. I made duck. I made bacon. It's my son's birthday. But
Yeah,
now that I do have a PC I can game on, I'm definitely getting the demo, um,
yeah,
and then making a decision about you know further purchase options.
yeah.
But I do want it. I, I fear it. I'm gonna be bad at it, and it's gonna crush my soul.
Oh, oh, don't worry. I think literally everyone who plays this game is going to be bad at it at first.
I'm
I don't.
used to being bad at games,
Yeah,
and I'll take it personally.
you really shouldn't. Oh,
I know.
I mean, there's a
It's just
lot
such
of
a part of my
games.
life.
Yeah.
Or I could
Oh,
just get really mad at it.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, there's no way.
But
Customer's not always right, you know.
so, trust me, I know that for a fact. Like I said, I've worked in restaurants before, and there's sometimes when it doesn't matter how good you do, they will screw you, no matter what, just because that's them. It has nothing to do with you. And then, but on the flip
Yeah.
side, there were some times when I was working. Like there was I remember one day I was working at Olive Garden, and I had like an 8-person table that I had to take care of, and they were like the most chill people. They got like appetizers to split, and their stuff was pretty easy. And by the end of the night, they gave me like $100 tip just on that one table. Oh, and it was pretty awesome. And it's like sometimes you'll get the people who are like that, where it doesn't matter how bad you do, they'll still tip you well. And then there's some people who are, no matter how good you
It's
do,
so weird.
yeah,
It's so weird. You're like giant, complicated tables. You're running your ass off, and you actually nail it, and they don't tip. And then I one time and spilled a tray full of margaritas and hot coffees on a booth full of people,
yeah,
which is extra like, oh my God, people trying to get out from under it.
yeah.
And they left me a big, like a $20 tip or something. And I chased them out the door. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I remember there's a like when I was working there, there was a something I would say to any new employees, any new servers or anything. It's like you will be terrified of dropping a drink on someone until it actually happens, and then it will almost never happen again. Because it's like, okay, you've broken the seal, it's happened, the streak's over, just go on with that. And there was one point where I think the worst one I did, I only dropped a couple drinks, I think. But I think the worst one I did was I dropped a Coke on like a toddler. Oh, it just like completely like just flipped over, completely drenched this toddler
Oh.
in Coke. And I felt so terrible. And like he didn't care, because by the end, like halfway through the meal, I came back with some mints, and it's like a handful of mints for him, because like it's all like we had at that point. And it's like I asked him, I was like, can I give him these just for as an apology? And the kid didn't care. It's like he didn't care at all about the whole situation. The mom was forgiving about it, and is like, I'm sorry. And it's like I don't even remember how much. Like I think they left a pretty normal tip, but it's like I never want to go back to that. Like doing it in game form, I'm kind of okay with. Doing it in real life
Yeah,
again, not so much anymore.
no consequences. I do think everyone is able to get my kids to do it, but they're all they all have their own brand and they're all spicy. But they've done retail, so what may as well.
Yeah,
Well, actually, that's not true. My middle son's worked at Taco Bell, um, but the other ones have done retail. But either retail or food service, everyone should have that experience and
yeah,
be able to take forward how they treat other people,
oh
right?
yeah,
Like all the ways that we treat servers that are problematic, and just the self-awareness and the just no the real awareness of
yeah,
there's stuff they cannot control,
oh yeah,
and to take it out on them so that they don't even get to the minimum wage because you're
oh yeah,
punishing them, um, it
yeah.
is so problematic. And I think anyone could benefit from the empathy of I'm a fan of Undercover Boss too, right? Like
Yeah.
y'all need to get a grip on how hard people work.
Oh yeah. Because I remember, it was late at night. It was just before we were closing. There's this like the last. There's I think a mother and her daughter were left in a booth, and the mother asked me just like kind of point blank, just like how much do you make? And it's like how much do you make hourly? And she was trying to make a point to her daughter, that is like, because she knew that servers get paid garbage, and
Tipped wage.
they have to rely on tips. And I think at the time it was like, yeah, making like $7.15 an hour, hourly, as like,
Wow,
and
really?
yeah, that was
No, I mean that's a lot. I mean, I'm older than you, but tipped wage was like $3.35 or something, like
I
in
mean,
New York. I mean, it's yeah, crazy.
it's insane though. But considering like minimum wage is still higher than that, oh,
Yeah,
and it's just I
yeah, it's 7.25 currently in North
yeah.
Carolina. Oh
Actually, I
no,
don't
wait.
remember.
Okay, the federal minimum wage is 7.25 an hour, right?
Yeah.
But so the tipped wage, $2.13. The employer has to pay them $2.13. And then if their tips don't make it to 7.25, the employer does have to make that up. Now, as has always been the case, this tip wage thing, um, you claim your tips like at the end of the night, and theoretically, your employer has to make it up if you had a bad night and you didn't get up to 7.25 federal minimum wage, which is obnoxious. You can't live on that.
Yeah.
But
No.
the reality is, if you claim, actually, God, it wasn't that, they just fire you. Like servers, and
Yeah.
the pressure is in those situations to just go ahead and say you made whatever it is that got you to the 7.25 so you don't get fired, and
Yeah.
hope you have other good nights where you actually make more than minimum wage.
Yeah.
That's the reality of server
And
jobs.
this is so I'm trying to refine. I know we're going on all kinds of
This is
tangents
like
now,
not about
but
the game anymore.
but
We covered
we
the game.
yeah, we pretty much got covered the game. I mean, like it's really, you could almost
Now it's
sum up the
part-time
game as,
gamers.
yeah, you could really much sum up the game. If you've played Overcooked, you've basically played this game, just add roguelike stuff to it and kind of go from there. Still a great game. Still want to get. But anyways, yeah, we're tangenting now. But where was I going? Uh, oh, yeah, it's just wages in general. Like, oh, I hated, like, the only reason why I even lasted that as long as I did at the restaurants I worked at was because of the employees, the people I was working with. Oh, like especially Olive Garden is the last restaurant I worked at. Oh, and loved my managers. They were really fun to like. I think the key for me when it comes to people I work with is if I can make them laugh, I'm good. And just like, it's not even just like how they react to me, it's how I feel about them. If I can make them laugh, I know I have some kind of in with them, and I can usually do pretty well after that. Oh,
I think that's another reason that is valuable to people to go ahead and work in the service industry for a time,
yeah.
because the camaraderie it creates in a high pressure environment, um, it, friends for life. Like
Yeah.
restaurant, like they're families. I mean, even if they're not family, like
Yeah.
that becomes your family in a lot of ways, because it's like the pressure and the long unpredictable hours, and you're all in this struggling economic bracket and having to hold each other up. Like you end up meeting a lot of good humans. Um,
Yeah. I just
Often with
wish
a lot
we'd.
of problems that stem from self-medicating your stress, but
Yeah.
it's another thing worth living through so that you've
Yeah.
got some empathy.
Yeah. And it's just, that was the only reason why I lasted as long as I did, because it definitely wasn't the pay. Uh, we got shat on repeatedly. Like on more than one occasion I had a group of people come in like literally a minute before we locked the doors, and they got in the doors, so we had to serve them, and they sat there for like 45 minutes, got barely any food,
Have
and left me a shit tip.
Have you seen? There's a TikTok trend about that now. There's a TikTok trend where people make these videos, and it. I saw one, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's hilarious!" And then I saw another one, so immediately I was like, "Oh, it's just a made up trend now." But it's people walking into like a Taco Bell or Burger King or whatever as if we're about to close, and like, I know you're about to close, but like, can I still order? And it's like, yeah, you can still order, and it's like the cook in the back going, God damn it! And then
Yeah.
the person's taking the order. It's like I need like 15 chalupas,
Uh,
and then it escalates where the cook in the back, like then there's pots and pans slamming, but like it's so relatable because we've all been in that like got side work to do after everything needs to be cleaned up and you're almost closed, and then but yeah, it's a TikTok trend now of just it's hilarious.
yeah. It's like
And I'm
that.
glad I got to tell that because I was almost crying. So recently we lost a restaurateur, bar owner in Statesville,
Mm,
David Delaney. And I know so many of his regular staff and have good friends that have worked there. Um, my esthetician, I've seen her get sober, go through cosmetology school, start her own business, and just the people that have worked there on and off, that Dave would always give a break. He helped the music scene really become a thing in this town. That's where we met. The first band my husband was in here. The lead singer and guitarist was a bartender at Delaney's when we met him. And those people are such a family. I went to the memorial and I've got a little 4-leaf clover pin. um, it's a really good example of family, and owners of businesses can foster so much. Like I know he would help them out when they were in a pinch. When the pandemic happened and the shutdown happened and they had to close, Dave employed all his servers and cooks and stuff. He, for as long as he could, they repainted the place, they refinished the floors, and like he had them doing it. Like he was that guy. He was like a
yeah.
surrogate dad for all these young people. Um,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
there's. We'll continue this tangent just a little bit longer. But
Okay.
like,
I just want to dedicate the show to Dave. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
But that just reminded me of like one of the. It's like there's so many people of a certain demographic that think that by raising minimum wage to like $15-$20 or something like that, it's
Something
like
you could live on.
yeah, it's like regardless of what business you're in, that it's like, oh, they're just gonna raise the prices on everything and it's gonna make everything worse. It's like, you know how you can very easily fix that? Maybe stop paying like some of the CEOs and stuff like that that have no idea about anything underneath them. Try paying them a little bit less. I mean, it's not even like it's
And
not.
it's debunked. There are places that have raised their local minimum wages to $15 an hour, and it did not
Yeah,
drastically impact prices or anything. Like that's
yeah.
not.
I mean, when I actually I don't remember what the number is now, but it's insane. In 1972, the average CEO of a company made 40 times their hourly wage, their hourly workers. 40 times. So for every dollar their hourly worker made, they made 40. That number to me is insanity. And
Oh,
that
it's
was
much
in
worse now, dear.
that was in 1972. Now
It's
it's
way
not.
more now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's like 200.
yeah. It hasn't
And
even just kept pace. It's the
oh yeah,
gap has widened.
oh yeah. I mean, and this isn't percent. This is multiple. So for every dollar an hourly worker makes, the CEO makes 200. And that's the average right now. something like that. I think it is around 200 or something. I don't remember the exact number, but it's ridiculous. And it's like, okay, you want to make everything a little bit better for everyone. How about not paying those guys as much? I mean, this isn't.
So there's no getting through to people that believe that's fine. There's no getting through. But they're
It's
worth it. But they got an education. But they have, whatever. They're that valuable. People just believe that, and they've obviously. I don't know. I feel like people think that way haven't actually worked in giant corporations and seen,
yeah,
or even smaller corporations. Like, what lawyers get paid an hour,
probably a lot.
right?
Yeah,
I've worked in law offices. You know how much work they do? The
yeah,
hourly you're paying them to talk to them is a lot,
yeah,
but they can just then screw off and go golfing and buy their yachts because of the outrageous amount per hour. But the whole
yeah,
office runs on a bunch of people. I was temping. I was making just above minimum, and it's a whole office full of people that actually do all the work.
yeah. I mean, like I keep on saying, there's like the key element to a strong economy is allowing the normal person the ability to buy things they don't need.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like
pretty kind of sense.
that to oversimplify the whole like how economics works. That's the basis of economics to a healthy economy. Because if I'm able to have all of my needs met and I actually have enough money to go out and buy more luxuries, like I can go out and support my local game store and buy D&D books from them, or I can buy, board games from them, which helps support their business. I'm able to like, you know what? I don't really have anything in the house. I want to be able to get something for lunch while I'm at work. So it's like, okay, I can just go to a gas station or fast food and be able to support them with that. And it's like, or just, hundreds of different other things. It's like,
Yeah, no,
and somehow I do not understand what everyone's fascination with billionaires are. It's like, okay, if you took 1% of a billionaire's net worth and compared that to 1% of what I'm worth, it is a massive difference. It's like their 1% is probably more than I make in about 10 years. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Sorry, I was getting daughter was talking to me for a second there. Oh, but yeah, it's just no one should have that much money. No one needs that much money. And it's like, and some people might make the counter argument. It's like, oh, you don't like billionaires because you're not one of them. It's like, I don't want to be a billionaire. Hell, I don't even want to be a millionaire. I just want to have enough money to be able to choose or not to have to choose whether I pay for gas or electric. It's like, I don't want to have to choose which bills I don't pay on time. That's all I want. That to me, that's rich.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
anyway,
And boy, I'm looking forward. I feel like I was really, really rich
yeah,
for the last couple of years. Like,
yeah,
I was able to go to the grocery store and just shop, um, do my grocery shopping, and then it was just a couple of years ago. I went, holy crap! I didn't like look at my bank account and check my list and make sure. And I just came home and I was like, I thanked my husband. I was like,
yeah,
I I I can't believe I could do that, you know?
yeah,
Um, and then the corporation said, "Oh, we let this guy with a spreadsheet look and cut costs, and you're out of here." And now our savings is wiped out, and we've been getting by on some part-time stuff and door dashing and food banks, and I'm glad I'm not prideful about it, and I know about the resources, and I have
yeah,
been donating to them, and like it's all good. Um, but now the company wants him back. He's going back to work, and we're going to be aggressively saving because all that's wiped out, and now we're old.
Yeah.
And have to hurry up and resave. But I'm really looking forward to just that breathing easy a little. But
Yeah.
you know what? Instead of when I can and go and drop us off and volunteering, I will continue to do things like help out at the food bank, like I am now. Even when I've been using it, they've been giving me stuff people don't take, and then I'll turn it into something people will take. They want me to maybe teach a canning class if they get the funding from Second Harvest, and I'll continue to do that. But we're talking about, like, with our aggressive saving, even if it's just a little a month, making a monthly donation to them. That's something that everyone should do. If you're employed and you can give $10 a month to your local food bank, when your corporation screws you because you're expendable, it will be there for you. They're having trouble filling the shelves right now because we got shut down and just cutting some shit off, and at the same time, and people not getting their SNAP, like so many food insecure people. And as long as I can, we're going to include that kind of thing. So
all right. Oh, well,
sorry, but I was
just
able to go to the grocery store and get something when I needed it for some years. And if I were sick, Rich, if something happened, if my book, by the way, if you're out there and want a book and you're into politics, I put out a book. Go to 9to12.com, you can find it. It started selling millions of copies. The good I would put out into the world.
Oh, yeah.
I truly believe, because I've done it. As our economic status grew over the years, the more we made, the more we gave away.
Yeah.
We always did that.
I mean,
holding or throwing it in stocks, or we did it as an Apple stock, and Rob still feels bad he sold that. But like we used to go, we could go get a Christmas tree, give the guy the Christmas tree lot enough for another tree. So, like, if you see a family kind of, with their kids and they're kind of trying to find the smallest tree, like what they can do, give them a tree on us. Like, I would extend that so far.
Yeah. I mean, and that's people, I do not claim to understand the whole MAGA movement, what their ideology is, but the things that we're describing, those are the things that make America great. People who are completely different lifestyles, completely different everything, helping each other, because that's just what you do.
This idea that people don't have enough, don't work enough, is a horrible trick, and it's disgusting. And
all right, but we should probably cut off part-time shamers at this point.
Games.
But we kind of devolved into part-time shamers a bit there. But we should probably stop there before my blood pressure gets any higher. But so I think we're good there. We'll our water cooler talk was kind of just last minute. Just I put that in there because I forgot I didn't put it in there earlier, and it really doesn't matter.
Space, and we filled the space with our own rants. Yeah.
All right. Anyways, everyone, thank you for joining us. Join us next week. We're going to continue our theme of cooking games with one that one of my streamer friends played a while back, called Ale and Tail Tavern. So that's going to be fun because it's you're cooking and serving in a tavern, as well as going out and like doing dungeon runs and stuff. So it's going to be pretty interesting. But everyone, thank you for listening. If you like what you've heard and like to help us out, a few ways you can do that are by giving us a review over on Apple Podcast. Unfortunately, that's still the basis for all of this. You can follow my YouTube channel for our live recordings Sunday nights starting at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time, where you can see us do tech support for 15 minutes, hopefully, before we actually start the stream. Or you can leave us a tip over on our Ko-fi. If you'd like to contact us, you can with our email, parttimegamers.cast@gmail.com, or you can join our Discord channel. You can find this show and links to everything around it using the link bit.ly/CI Productions. That'll take you to my website, caffeineinducedproductions.com. Ember, where can people find you around the internet?
The easiest thing to do is go to 9of12.com. That's NINEOF12.com. And it'll lead you to all of my little projects.
Yeah. And you can follow...
But totally please go follow me on Twitch because I'm building that new thing.
Yeah. And you can find Theo's newest work, Rant It Up, over on Spotify. I'm not going to bother trying to decipher the link because it's a bunch of numbers. But yeah. Eventually, once I figure out how to get the bot working on this, you'll be able to hit !links and get all these links automatically on there. But everyone, until next time, we are the Part-Time Gamers clocking out.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.